Well, it's sort of a special occasion today. Today is August 10th, which makes it Video Game Takeout's very first birthday. It's been a big year. From starting the show, to being featured on Screw Attack, to moving all my stuff over to RetroWare TV. The whole thing just couldn't have gone much better. It's been a great year, and to celebrate, I figured I'd work all day today to try to get a review out. It's on a game I bought the other day called Ninja Spirit for the Game Boy. If you watched the shows over at RetroWare TV, then you probably saw John's review of Ninja Spirit for the TurboGrafx. If you haven't, then you gotta go check it out because I'm gonna be using that as a jumping off point for this review. In that review, John casually mentioned that the game had also been released for the Game Boy in Japan. Well, John's casual mention is my full-on review. I decided to see if Ninja Spirit really could hold up to the Turbo original on the Game Boy. Surprisingly, the game is mostly intact. You can still have 3 ninjas on screen, and you still have access to all 4 weapons from the start. The sword, the ninja star, the explosives, and the rope have all made the transition fairly well. Also, like in the Turbo game, each of those weapons can be powered up to make them much more effective. But this is where the problems start to come in. Since you can have up to 3 ninjas under your control at once, and can potentially have all of them shooting up to 5 ninja stars each, there's some major slowdown and flickering when you're totally powered up. It's amazing that the Game Boy can even do it, but it's certainly not as silky smooth as the TurboGrafx version is known for being. That being said, it's really only a problem if you play in arcade mode. In arcade mode, you can only be hit once and then you die. But the game has a second setting called Game Boy mode, which allows multiple hits and gives multiple lives, plus 5 continues. This makes the game much easier and mostly negates the troubles caused by the slowdown and flickering. As a result, arcade mode is almost impossible, while Game Boy mode is really easy and will probably only take you, somewhere under 15 to 20 minutes to complete. The levels in this game are really short, but they do have a lot of variations, so they never really got boring. For me, I'll take short and interesting over long and boring any day. Some levels in the game also utilize the gravity mechanic from Metal Storm that Derek covered in his Happy Video Game Nerd episode. You can flip onto the ceiling just like in Metal Storm, but unlike Metal Storm, this isn't really the main gameplay mechanic in Ninja Spirit, so the levels aren't really designed to take full advantage of it like they were in that game. Both games were made by Ireme, so it seems likely that they just liked the concept and used it here. The boss battles also made the transition pretty well, considering the epic scale they had on the console. They do slow down a lot sometimes, especially when you're using the ninja stars, but overall they're really fun and challenging. The ending of the game is in English, surprisingly. It's sort of vague and leaves a sequel open, but no sequel was ever made for Ninja Spirit for any console. It would be great to see it make a comeback on the DS or something though. Hell, if Legend of Kage can do it, why not Ninja Spirit? So, is Ninja Spirit on the Game Boy a good port? Well, yes and no. It is fun, and it's amazing that it can be done with such limited hardware, but it really pales in comparison to the TurboGrafx version. If you want the full Ninja Spirit experience, I'd suggest that you look there. Plus, the Game Boy game will probably cost you about twice as much, and it's pretty hard to find, so I can't really recommend it at the current price. That's the end of this special episode, but I wanted to take a quick second to thank all the people that have watched and supported the show over the last year. It's been an amazing first year, and that's all because of you guys. I hope this coming year will be as good as the last. See you guys later.
Welcome and enter the center of my Super Mario adventure.